store is my main shop. And my shop is sort of a unique combination of things I've made, things I collect, and where I make them. For me, when I was a kid, I would sometimes get a bit obsessed or a bit focused on some of the physical things, some of the art that's a part of the movies. And as I got older, I started to try and bring those things into my reality.
It is day 2 of fall workshops.
So, let's get started.
We were able to kind of do a little trial for Aaron, and he just took to it like a fish takes to water.
I think the kids really love it. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a kid not want to come back here.
When the first workshop session was over, right away he said to me, "Are we gonna come back tomorrow?" So right away I knew, oh my gosh, like I found something for him. This is it.
So basically we're making this one of my pets as Dracula, and this one is my gerbil named Jellybean. He looks like a
For the large part, we're just creatives. And that's really what this is about, is matching those creatives in the community with children on the spectrum who don't have that background. And so they don't come in with any really preconceived ideas.
The best way I can describe it is you're no longer managing challenges. You're not trying to become the norm. It's completely opposite. It's empowering their capabilities. That to me is the major difference.
How much does one of these cost?
$550,000. My most favorite fire truck, it's a Philadelphia Snorkel 20.
There's a stigma that they can't do the things that other kids can. What I've seen is it's almost entirely the opposite, where these kids are creative geniuses. And the great thing about Islands is that it gives those kids a playground for their brain.
These drawings I draw freehand. I have several other characters too. My favorite to one of them all is this one.
They're often in a situation where they're the different one. They're the one that is maybe odd or standing out, or they feel that way. I remember being that kid in school too.
I think something that I realized early on in the program was that there was a lot more similarities than differences between the mentors and the kids.
We all have our own quirks. We all have our own things that we hyper-focus on. I don't think that's any different. I think it's maybe more visual with some of the kids on the spectrum, just because it's more outwardly shown.
She really likes palindromes, so you give her a word and she'll be able to say it backwards.
We get really particular about certain things. We have our cliques and our quirks and all those things. And I think there's maybe something to that, being able to relate on a different level.
The obsession that some of the children have around a topic or a character, I get that.
So this is New Year's, and this is Halloween.
She reverts most comfortably back to these little minions, we call them. And it's these little people that she draws, and she will draw them over and over. All of them are different. She will draw thousands of these little people, and they are full of energy and full of life. So she doesn't really talk about these people. It all comes out in this creativity inside of her that just flows.
Gina has taken what we thought were just doodles that she does for STEM reasons and created beautiful expressions and meaningful artwork. I have a gallery at home. She's increased her confidence, she's increased her presentation skills. I'm so proud to see how proud she is of herself.
You know, there aren't programs like this anywhere. And it's not just, you know, hey, I get to make something cool. This is job training, this is job skills.
For the kids, it's a safe process where they can go through that and be unique and make mistakes and get to where they're going and get feedback. And I'm suspecting that that's very different from a lot of what they were experiencing in a traditional school setting.
This has provided Aaron with this direction now, like a way to channel all of his interests that seem really specific, but into this bigger world of design and creating, and it projects onto his life in such a big way that I wasn't expecting.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, that's where we live.
He came in one class, had the idea, and finished it in time to share with the group.
I knew there was something amazing being created. My vision was not large enough to encompass what it is today and where it's going.
To be part of the community and see all kinds of people come in from all walks of life, I think is a really cool,
special.
Really special, yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of like a big family.
So I'm honored beyond belief to even be a part of it, to help in some small way, shape, or form.